how good does it feel to come into a camp completely healthy and hopefully be the last time we ask you about injuries or anything along those lines?
It feels great. It feels great. You guys know it's been a few years since I've been able to just start a season fully healthy, since the team has been able to start a season fully healthy, even outside of me. So, to be in day one of training camp, I've been playing with the guys all summer, and so I'm just extremely excited.
Health is a big thing in this league to start off hot. Continuity is a big thing in this league. Right now, you guys have both of them. How rare has that been for you over the course of the career, and how important could it be for this group potentially getting off to a good start this season?
Yeah, well, y'all know it's been rare for me. In terms of now, it's like, we have all the pieces to go. We have the size, the versatility. So we got everything. So I'm excited.
How important was it to just get back on the field last year? I know it was shorter than you wanted,
right?
But how important was it to just take that step and know that, like, hey, I can still hold my own on this court?
Yeah, honestly, I've always known. I've always known that no matter what happens, I know the player that I am, and if I can just get my butt on the floor, then I'm going to be okay, and in my head, we'll be okay. And so to have gone a full summer of being able to play, being able to bang, and I feel better now than I did even in those stint of 10 of 11 games. And so I'm excited, I'm ready, the team is ready, and why not us?
At what point during the summer were you able to get back to 100% and really do everything?
Honestly, the injury was only 6 weeks. And so from the time of me getting the surgery and everything, it was 6 weeks, and I was back running, and for the last month and a half, I would say, I've been playing with the guys and running up and down.
Jay, what are some of your goals for this season for yourself?
For myself, honestly, just to showcase everything that I have. I know that everyone knows me as a defensive player and phenom. I feel that I have so much more to offer, just from a versatility standpoint and on the offensive end, and just as a leader. I'm excited, and I know you guys know I'll be ready to lock up day one, and I'm excited for that journey.
You're wearing your Judo ones there. You talked on a recent podcast. You worked with Soulworks to go through the process of creating the shoe. Can you talk about some of the technical elements of this specific shoe that were important to you going through that process?
Yeah, no, I appreciate that question. It's the Unitas Judo One. I've been wearing it all summer. So from a technical standpoint and being able to hold up, and I've had some other guys check them out and wear them. It's sound. It's a highly built shoe. Ex-Nike and Adidas guys helped me build it. And I think the biggest standout for me is it having a Bible verse on it. And so this shoe is called Triumph. It has 2 Corinthians 4:9. Persecuted but not abandoned, struck down but not destroyed. I think that's so important to just me personally, with just the injuries that I've had and the road that I've taken, that I'm still here, I'm still kicking and ready to play. And so, it'll be dropping early November, so check out the Judo One.
I think you're the longest tenured player on the team now.
Yeah.
You're one of the few guys with playoff experience too.
Yeah.
How important is that experience of going through a playoff race and being part of a team that had to rally to make the playoffs? How important is that to help this team kind of get over that?
It's huge, and I'm not the only guy with playoff experience. We got Joe now, we got Gary. It's huge. When I remember my first playoff experience, it was like deer in the headlights of like, what the heck was that? I remember we won our first game in Toronto, and I was like, we have to do that 3 more times. Like, just the exhaustion, the attention to detail, the just everything. And so being able to, once we hit that point, which we will, being able to instill that in guys and be a sounding board for understanding and peace and weathering the storm.
What's in terms of minutes restriction, game restrictions, what does that look like for you at the start of the season?
Honestly, I have no idea. I honestly, from my standpoint, I wouldn't think I have any. Just with where I am as just right now, body feeling wise, and coach has seen me play throughout the summer, so I don't know what the magic plans are, his plans, but from my perspective, whatever they throw at me, I'm ready to go.
Have you put any thought into what your role is going to be this year? They talked about playing at the 4, some backup 5.
I'm not sure. We'll figure that out as we go. I know that coach has things to figure out with lineups and how that works. I understand that I haven't been a part of what has been going on a full scale, so I'm not somebody that's like, hey, I need to have this, need to have that. I'm going to get in where I fit in. I know what I can bring to this team, and so I'm best used on the floor. So we'll see.
Is this the highest ceiling for any team that you've been on since you've been here? And how does it feel to be part of such an optimistic team going into the season?
I would say yeah. With Vooch, AG, and Evan, we definitely had our sights set on going farther, having that experience and that veteran leadership with them. But I think we're young. We have so much size. We have so much versatility, and even with that team, we had holes outside of experience. I don't see holes from a talent perspective on this team. I think we've got everything that we need, and we'll be able to give teams the run for their money, just like we did last year. We fared well against Boston, we fared well against other teams, and so having everybody ready to go is going to be huge.
You're obviously on the floor for a little bit of that run at the end of the season, but you're still kind of around the team at the end. How much do you feel like that momentum from how the team finished the season last year carried over into the offseason and into training camp?
I think so, and it's just you don't know what you don't know. So being able to line up with those teams and be like, oh my gosh, we can play. We can play with the best of them and give teams we thought we were coming in here for the old magic, but it's not that. And so I'm excited and ready to continue to showcase that.
Jay, I can ask you about your faith. You've gone through multiple injuries at this point, over and over again.
Yeah.
Grow us each one. So how strong is your faith now, having gone through that?
Well, even from saying like how strong is my faith, I would say you just grow. You learn a different perspective. For me, it's like you learn that God is not just the God of the hills, but He's the God of the valleys too. You learn a different perspective about who He is, and then understanding that He sees the end from the beginning. And at the end of the day, me being back to this point to be able to play, it speaks to His faithfulness and me trusting in Him, and I'm just continuing to ready to move forward.
35th anniversary for the team this year. What's been your favorite memory with the Magic?
My favorite memory with the Magic, I would say that playoff series, going against Toronto and being right there in that Game 3 to continue to push on the series. And so I'm ready to get back to that feeling, that moment of it being win or go home and that excitement.
Jonathan, did you even recognize Markelle when he walked in with that new hair?
I think I've seen Markelle with no hair before. And so, Markelle's great. You can tell he means business, and so we'll be ready to rock.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jack.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cool, bro.
Appreciate it, brother.